Good morning, everyone. Thanks very much for joining us. As regular viewers here know, we really like to feature local authors from time to time when they produce interesting work related to politics and public policy. And with the ever-widening gulf between the major parties having this wretched, toxic effect on political discourse and human relationships, our guest this morning certainly fits the bill. Some of you will remember Joe Keohane from his work with the Weekly Dig and Boston Magazine. He's gone on to a successful career as a writer and editor in New York, written for The New Yorker and other major outlets, and now has a book out entitled The Power of Strangers, The Benefits of Connecting in a Suspicious World. And Joe joins us now. Hi, Joe.
Hey, John. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for joining us, and thanks for writing this book. I was always told, as I'm sure every other person watching or listening to this was told, never talk to strangers. But your book says that was all wrong. Why?
Yeah, I mean, we were all subjected to that sort of propaganda as children. We used to have cops come into our classroom and tell us that everyone we didn't know in the world posed a mortal threat to us, which it turns out is not a super duper healthy thing to say to a child. And the data doesn't support that sort of paranoia anyways. But, you know, I started looking into the research. It's kind of the last 15 years or so, psychologists have started researching this. What happens when we talk to strangers and why we don't talk to strangers. And they found that when people do it, even in passing, you know, it can be a quick little interaction, it can be a longer interaction. People come away from those conversations feeling happier, more connected to the places where they live. They might feel more trusting. They might even feel more optimistic about humanity. So there are a lot of benefits to doing this, but there are a lot of hurdles to get over in order to get people to actually engage.
Well, you point out that the research shows most of us assume that strangers don't want to talk to us. We assume that strangers aren't fully human, and we tend to assume they don't have as much on the ball as we do. What's up with that?
Yeah, we're not incredibly charitable when it comes to assessing the humanity of the people around us. There's an effect called the lesser minds effect that was found by a couple psychologists in Chicago. And it means basically that we tend to think that people we don't know have like a less vital inner life. They have weaker willpower. They have less, individuality. We just don't think very much of them. And the reason why is because we can't see what's going on inside their heads. So to get past that lesser minds effect, this belief that people are somehow, they literally have lesser minds than we do, we have to engage with them. And when you engage with them, you get a fuller perception of how human they are and what they're like and how they're interesting and they're varied and they're, vibrant.
I mean, you document in the book a number of social experiments showing how these assumptions can be overcome and where people break through these barriers. But you also note that we're dealing with a major impediment, and that's the smartphone. How big a problem is that?
Yeah, the smartphone, this was like the origin of the book was I realized that I had just stopped talking to strangers. I had eliminated an entire category of human interaction from my life without even realizing it, without choosing to do it. And a big reason is because of the smartphone, because when you have a smartphone, you don't have to talk to strangers. You can go your entire life without interacting with a stranger again. So it turns out that the inefficiency of life before a smartphone actually made us more social. Having to stop and ask people for directions or talk to a bartender because you're bored and alone. You didn't have this constant source of entertainment. You didn't have all the apps that allow you to do all the things you need to do every day without interacting with anybody. So it basically removed us from the public in a way that's actually pretty harmful.
So we have to take our break here, but I can hear our viewers and listeners shrinking back at the thought that in order to reap the harvest of benefits that you argue we get from talking to strangers, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to put down my smartphone. Oh no.
Oh yeah, for sure. Everyone fears that they're going to be bad at it and that people are going to think they're crazy and that they're going to be rejected. But the research shows, in my experience and the experience of hundreds of people I spoke to, testifies that it's actually much easier to do. People are much more receptive and that we're better at it than we might give ourselves credit for.
Wow. Well, this is an amazing epiphany here.